Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. How are you doing today? Welcome to my live show. Welcome to my live stream. Thank you guys for being here. My name is Ifi Oyoyo, and you're most welcome to topic today. All right, so I can hear myself from both ways. Okay. Thank you guys for joining me. Today is an amazing day that the Lord has made, and we shall rejoice and be glad in it. So, today, Tuesday, the 28th of March 2023, and the weather for me is 21 degrees Fahrenheit. So, it's looking okay. Yeah, though it still feels cold, but what can we say? Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for joining me. Come on in. Let's discuss today's topic. It's a very interesting topic for me and a very emotional one, at the same time a very sensitive topic, but we have to lend our voices. We can't look the other way because we are not directly hurting, but at the same time we are being affected in one way or the other. Thank you guys for joining me. How is your day going? How are you guys doing? And what is going on in your location? What is going on in your area? I hope your day has been nothing but kind to you. All right. So today I'm talking about schools in America, how safe are schools, and also if there are any kind of hope in sight, a permanent hope to the problems we are facing in our schools. And when I talk about schools, I don't just talk about higher institution, colleges. I'm talking about elementary school, which comprises of kindergarten up until sixth grade. Oh, Oga Pretty, thank you for being here. Thank you, my beautiful sister. Thank you so much for the thumb up. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I had a good time the other day at your live stream and a very good laugh at that. Thank you for thumbing up this live stream. So, guys, if you come onto the live stream, please thumb up the live stream and also contribute in our conversation. So, I'm talking about our schools in America. I don't know how much of the news you guys hear overseas, but it is worrisome. It's something that once you get your kids, ready for school and you send them out your door, you might literally be carrying your heart on your hands until they return because you don't know what might happen at school. You can't say, oh, my kids are in private school. There is not applicable to private school. You can't say my kids are in public school. It's not applicable to public school. The one that happened yesterday, it happened yesterday in a private school, a Christian private school. And six people were gone. Six people, three adults and three children, just like that. The little kids were 9 years old. When my daughter came back from school, I have a daughter that is 9 years old. When she came back from school, and then the big sister came back, I was trying to tell them that this particular thing happened in school in Mississippi. And my 9 year old, yes, they told us about it in school because it's their age bracket. It's elementary school, a Christian school. And then if you try to do a little research about what is happening in American school, just type in American school. If you now put shooting, it will bring the list. It's like it's happening every week, every now and then. There was a story in Texas on the 24th. Yesterday, another one happened. 7 days ago, another one happened. You understand no state in the union is excluded from all these stories. You can't say, oh, I live in this state. It doesn't happen in my state. No, you don't know what you're going to wake up with. That is exactly what it is. As you're bidding your kids farewell, you're asking God to bring them back to you. Is that what our school system has turned to? Is there any permanent solution to this pain? Is there any permanent solution in sight to this problem? All of these we'll be discussing today because I try to fit myself into the shoes of those parents of the 3 9-year-old that were sent to heaven yesterday, of not of anything related to them. They don't know this person in question. They don't know what happened to the person. You just come into the school, you started everywhere. 3 9-year-old, little kids, 9 years old. They were sent to meet their maker yesterday for no reason, no fault of theirs. None. And the 3 adults, the school principal and the other 2, were sent home to their maker yesterday because somebody at this time, they are still determining whether it's a woman or a man, but they said is a woman that came to the school, a 20-year-old came to the school and started spreading fire. God, when will this end? Would this ever end? Would there ever be a permanent solution to this? If you try to find out, just go to Google right now, type American school shooting. It will bring all kinds of schools from different locations, different states. When I was doing my research this morning, I came about a discussion on that saying that it already 100 shootings just this year. We are just in the 3rd month of the year. 3 months into 2023, they've already had 100. So what will now happen by the time you get to 7 months in the year, 11 months in the year? What is going on? What is going on? Are there solutions to this problem? Are there way out to this problem? This debate has been ongoing in the US on how to ban, all those heavy weapons that they carry to schools and start deleting people and start sending them to their maker. How to stop that from getting, from individuals having access to them. That is the debate. This side of the discussion say no, you cannot stop us from carrying such just for the sake of Facebook and YouTube. I'm trying to be very careful with my words because of the way they flag words. Then some people are saying you should restrict those that can have access to that kind of thing. Then the other party saying you cannot, that they use it for hunting. Now, we are not talking the number of animals they've hunted. We are talking about human beings. Somebody that has maybe a mental problem will just walk into an elementary school where you have little kids of 5 up until 10 years old and start spreading your fire. It's not a hunting ground, is it? Or has our school system turned to a hunting ground? I don't know how to say this. I was reading further about what happened yesterday in Mississippi. On my community page on YouTube, I posted "Pray for Mississippi" because this incident happened yesterday. And come to think about it, our kids just returned from midterm break, so they've been home for practically a week, for 10 days for some people. They just returned to school yesterday for the first time, haven't been at home with their parents for a whole week. And this is how they sent those little kids to heaven immediately. 3 of them, 3 9-year-old. I feel the pain because I'm a mother. I have a 9-year-old that I have to teach how to be careful when this kind of a thing is happening in school. She came back yesterday. I was still trying to talk to them. She said, "Yes, mommy, and that happened. Our teacher talked about it in school." My 9-year-old now knows what the word means, what it is when you have somebody who carries something to school and starts spreading at people. When I was a student, when I was 9-year-old, the least I could think of is the kind of lunch my mother is going to send me to school with. and not to be worried about if somebody is going to, bust the school doors and come in with and start firing everywhere. Niger TV, thank you for joining me today. Thank you, amazing people. If you're watching me from Facebook, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to lend your voice in this discussion. I'm asking a question. Any hope in sight for a permanent solution to this problem in America? Any hope in sight? Our schools in America, how safe are they? How safe are they? You will send your child off to school in the morning. You're not sure if that child is returning home. I remember the scenario I had last time. It was that was before Christmas. I was on a live stream like this. I got a call from the school that there was a threat in the school, so parents have to come and get their kids. I had to shut down my live stream program and run off. So you can understand what it is to panic. They did not say it was active somebody firing things all over the place in school. I had to shut down my live stream. I raced 12 minutes to drive to my daughter's school. And by the time I get closer to the school, the car queue was so long because every parent, we were all worried what was going on. We were absolutely worried. I feel so much pain for the parents of these little kids and the families of those that went to work to teach the kids. And this was how they were sent because one grown woman or one grown adult decided that I have things in mind to come and finish in this school. Mommy Faith, welcome to my live stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys immensely for joining me today. Thank you guys so much. This is so much burden for you to bear. I remember being a child. I never thought about how to dodge, how to hide under the table, how to lie down flat when you hear commotion, or how to run to the bathroom, or how to run to safety. I never heard about that. What a child should be worrying is how to have fun when she gets to school, or not how to start dodging and how to. The child is not in a war front. The child simply went to school. Our school system in America, what is it turning to? I was researching, sorry guys, I really apologize. I really apologize for getting emotional, but that's exactly how I feel right now. I was reading about the Tennessee incident yesterday in the state of Mississippi. That yesterday they passed a law saying that all the schools should have a guidance that will have safety things around him to defend and protect the school. I remember the debate last year when a senator was suggesting that the school should have police officers standing in front of the school. And I said, okay, as a colored woman, as a Black woman, most of our kids, our young boys, will be very, very concerned seeing a police officer in front of their school. That would discourage the whole essence of learning. So that particular motion was never given heed to because a lot of people countered it just the moment it was mentioned. How can you start having police officers in front of the school to safeguard the school when you can actually go to the root of the problem and solve it and do proper restriction on who to carry those kind of arms? Proper restriction. Those kind of things should be meant for war fronts. They are, I don't want to use the name of those kind of things here because of Facebook and YouTube, but I hope I will be able to get my message across. If you're going to war, for example, those are the kind of things you're going to go with to defend your country, to defend the state. Not when a child is coming to school, not when you are just a regular citizen. You're not an army officer, you're not a police officer, you're carrying those kind of things. You can actually go and buy them. They should be, the lawmakers should help parents here. I was listening to the news from Mississippi. A mother was saying that she has um, contacted her lawmakers for 130 times. You can see the extent a mother could go. 130 times that she's been telling them that they should take all these kind of things off from the hands of those that are not supposed to bear them. Is there any permanent solution? Is it to start having police officers in front of the school? Is that a permanent solution? Now, the one they proposed here that was passed, not proposed, that law was passed yesterday in the state of Mississippi, where this incident happened, that they're going to have a trained guardian that will be guarding the school. The person who is going to is allowed to carry to defend the school. You understand? So that was passed yesterday. Then you now start asking me, is that a permanent fix? The permanent fix is to make sure that anybody that is qualified to buy those kind of arms should be able to be evaluated completely, mentally, psychologically, otherwise, to make sure the person is qualified to bear arms. And again, they should take those heavy ones off the hands of civilians. Those heavy ones that are meant for war fronts should be off the hands of civilians. If you ask me, how can you send your child to school? You will carry your heart literally will be on your hands until you see that your child is home. For how long would that be? They go to school January up until when? Up until May in some states, up until June in some states. And they come back to school from August, for some states, up until December, and then some states, September up until December. So every day they go to school, you are worried. Every day you say, bye, sweetheart, have a nice day at school, make sure you have fun, I love you. You are worried if that child returns back to you. You are worried. I think it's high time our lawmakers sit up to do something permanent to this pandemic, because that's what I will call it. If you go online, not only did it happen in Nashville yesterday, it's going to happen tomorrow, it's going to happen again. I was reading something. Let me make reference to it. I was reading something today, I was shocked that it has gotten to that. I was so shocked. Let me pull it up quickly. Yeah, let me pull it up. Yeah. Oh, I got it wrong. Okay. Sorry about that, guy. I needed to read this. I needed to read this. So the person writing said, we have already had over 100 mass shootings this year. And this is the third month of the year 2023. Already 100, over 100. And we far exceeds countries that we perceive as urban violence. I don't want to use some of those words because of the restriction. Once again, my heart goes out to every family, loved ones affected by the shooting in Nashville. God bless those children. Devastating. How are our children still paying while we are failing them? So you can understand a lot of people are concerned. I am deeply concerned. A month ago, it was in Virginia. A little boy came to school with whatever it is, thinking it was those ones children play with, and fish. The little how old was the child again? Was he 7 or 8 years old? It landed on the teacher. The teacher was rushed to the hospital because everybody have access to it. If you want, you just go and get license and you have access right to bear arms. I understand. If you look at the news yesterday and saw the kind of arms that lady took to that school yesterday, and come to think about it, that school was her alma mater. It was where she went to school. She graduated from that school. And from what the news is saying, that she even had a master plan already planned out of schools and places to attack. What for? We don't know. She's gone because she was also deleted yesterday in the process. So nobody will understand. But I trust Americans as police officers and investigators. They are going to dig so deep to find out what led to what and why this lady decided to visit her old school where she went to school and started taking it upon the pupil of the school and their teachers. The principal of the school was also deleted yesterday, alongside two other staff of the school and three young kids that are 9 years old. So, guys, is there any hope in sight that this can ever be corrected in America? Will our schools ever be safe? Will our schools ever be safe where you send your kids and know, oh, yeah, my daughter or my son is at school now. Let me try and do something before they get back home? Would there ever? How are we going to get a permanent fix to this problem? They said the person came in and then pulled down the glass door of the school to gain entrance into the school. And she gained entrance. The face of the person has been released. The news is everywhere online. All the media outlet, they were sharing the information. TMZ also got a closer capture from the CCTV in the school, so they were able to capture the position this person took while she was busy doing her own work, because definitely is not the Lord's work. The next thing they are going to tell me is the person's head is messed up. Thank you, Reza Huja, for coming. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys so much. This is so troubling, I must say. It is so troubling. It is very concerning. And I don't even know if there is any hope inside, because as a mother, I feel the pain. I feel the worries. I know what it means. I remember when I was here doing a live stream, I got a call, I got a text, because I thank God for the school system, because they are very prompt. Absolutely prompt. As the text is coming, the calls are coming in at the same time. I remember how I rushed to my daughter's school. I was texting my daughter on the phone, texting. The moment I entered the car, I couldn't text anymore. She was texting, telling me, Mommy, we're hiding. Mommy, we are this. We are being kept at one place. Oh, come on. Come on. For how long will this continue? For how long? Why can't people come together for the sake of the children, for the sake of our kids? We're sending them back to heaven even before they realize what their names are. For the sake of our children, let there be a permanent solution to this, at least close to permanent. Putting this police officers in school at school doors will not help, rather frighten the students. It will frighten a lot of them, and some people might not want to go to school anymore. Is there any solution to this? If there is any solution of what, and because parents are talking, if you go to parent teachers meeting, these are the conversations they have, because you don't know, your school is not immune to that. No school is immune to that. It can happen at any school. We saw the one that happened in Houston last year. That affected more than 7 students. On the 24th, 4 days ago, was in Alma High School in Texas. From state to state, there are no boundaries. No school is immune. You can't say because your kids are in private school, oh, they're free. No, the one that happened yesterday happened in a private school, private Christian school. So this is the time for everybody to wake up. If you're going to write to your representative, write to them that they should do something for the sake of the children. I was beginning to think yesterday, because after I listened to that and I watched the news, I was beginning to think, okay, what if that door was a bulletproof door? Maybe no matter what you shoot at the door, you can't have access. I was like, okay, maybe they should start looking for a way to fund schools to be able to acquire such doors. There was nothing that didn't come to my mind yesterday, because it was through the entrance that this person came, shattered the entrance door, and the person had access to the school and went in. What I was that was just racking my mind. Okay, could it be that the doors should be bulletproof doors? How about the windows? If the doors are not easy for them, they are not going to get more angry and start firing at the windows. I was thinking out loud, but I think bulletproof doors should be encouraged. I remember when my daughter, when they finished a new school for my daughter, we went for school tours. Parents were invited for school tours, asked all the questions. These were the questions we were asking. We were not, somebody like me, I wasn't asking, oh, the playground wasn't fixed yet. Oh, the playground. No, I was asking about the entrance doors of the school, security features of the school. What if this happened? Is there any place that is safe? What can you guys do? What can you guys? Those were my earning questions I was asking the school principal. And I wasn't the only one asking. Other parents were asking as well. Then the school principal was beginning to explain to us, yes, that's why their new school have 3-door entrance before you gain access to their school. But even if the 3-door entrance before you gain access, what if it's just the same kind of door that was shattered yesterday in Tennessee? Of course, the person will just keep hammering the push to gain access. So it is very, very concerning for a parent to bid your child farewell in the morning, and then you don't go, your mind is never at rest, because you don't know if that child will make it home or not. That is the America we have today. That is the situation, the real life situation we experience today. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, amazing people. Treasures, Jace, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Still a bit busy in the background. Can't type much. Okay, Mommy Fetchy is busy and listening. Thank you guys. Host, did it happen to your children's school? Hope they no, not in my children. It's a different state in the southern side part of the country. It happened in Tennessee, Mississippi. That is where it happened. And 3 young kids, 3 children, 9 years old, just the same age with my daughter, the same age. When they came back yesterday, I was telling them that, you guys, come, we need to discuss, because we talk about those things now. Those are the things our kids are aware of. That you have to be able to observe when there is an active shoot going on in your school, or active shooter in your school. Imagine what you'll be telling your 7-year-old. Imagine what you'll be discussing with your 6 years old, your 5 years old, your 8-year-old. There was a viral video I saw on TikTok of a mother teaching her 4-year-old son how to dodge. 4 years. People were like, what is this woman trying? The woman was trying to save her child. That is period. 4 years old. You'll be saying, what does a 4-year-old know? They know. Because if mommy said it's important, they will listen. If mommy said this is very important for you, they will learn. 4 years old. When you were 4 years old, I'm going to ask you. I'm asking my generation, if you're my generation and above, older than me. When you were 4 years old, what were you thinking about? Is it not hard to cry and eat cookies or crackers or biscuits or eat ice cream? That was what our 4-year-old then was crying about. Mommy, you did not buy that cookie for me. We were never taught how to dodge, how to go under the table. But those are the education we are having now with our young kids. Those are the things where our young children are being introduced to. From time to time, they will do drills at school. In case if tornado is happening at school, what to do. In case if there is fire outbreak at school, what to do. Now, one of the drills will now be, in case if there is an active shooter at school, what to do. It is worrisome. It is concerning for any parent. It is very concerning. All right, Mommy Fetty said the issue with America is that they're relaxed. Yeah, that is the problem. Their OI laws are so that anybody, you can even buy online. You can buy online. They don't do thorough check. They've been when Obama was president, he was campaigning for comprehensive evaluation before you own one, and he never succeeded. They are still talking about it till today. Obama was president, I think 2009. They are still talking about it 2023. They have not agreed on any form of strong restriction or strong or comprehensive check before you can buy one. They have not agreed as of 2023. Here in the UK, not all police officers carry push push. You see, there are officers trained for that, and they are the only ones allowed. Also, every bullet they release, you see, they account for it. No, the way I am now, I can decide tomorrow to go and get a license. I will have one, because if you're 18 and above, I can have one, right? I am an adult. I can decide to have one. I'm not against, is their constitutional right. I can understand. I'm not against that. I'm not against that at all. But the thing is this: if you want to give them access to do that, let it be the ones they have control of, not the one they use in war front. This is not, we are not battling with Ukraine and Russia. We are talking about elementary school. We are talking about our middle school. We are talking about our high school. Those are the things we are talking about. How our school has turned to a battlefield in our very own eyes. That your child is going to school, you don't know what will become of that child. You don't know if they are making it home or if they are not going to make it home. Because of what? The so-called relaxed laws. It is very sad. I must say, it is very sad. When I was listening to the news, I was like, oh my goodness, no mother should go through this. No father should go through this. Nobody should. It's not even something you wish for your enemy, if you have any. You can when my daughter was telling me, Mommy, yeah, they said that in our school yesterday. Of course they will tell them, because it's their class, 9-year-old class, that was affected yesterday. I was like, is there any solution to this? The only thing that came to my mind was having bulletproof doors. That was the only thing that came to my mind. At least by the time they are inside and the person is making those efforts to pull down the door, they would have called a police department and rounded the person up. That was the only thing that came to my mind. That was the only thing. And the way our elementary schools are these days, they have glass doors, glass windows everywhere, glass. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful, you understand? But how safe are those? How safe? I was like, what if that door was a bulletproof door? Maybe these people's life would have been saved. They would have been saved. Their lives would have been saved. If that was a bulletproof door that the person could not gain access into the school premises, maybe their lives could have been saved. Thank you, Vivian, for being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Vivian, you are amazing. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys so much. Vivian said, I saw the recent news. I cried. My question, why always school? See, Vivian, what happened in this case? This person went back to his or her school, to do this. So maybe she has a problem. I'm using his or hers because they said he transitioned to another sex, so he's a transgender. So I don't know the right one to use for her or him. That's why I'm saying it this way so that people can understand. And I'll start asking my mind, because the interview they had with the police chief yesterday from Tennessee, if the shooter being a trans has anything to do with his or her problems going back to her own school where she did her elementary school to carry this. Is she now or he now thinking that they messed me up in my school? It was my school that did not believe in me when I wanted to do my transition to become a boy. They said it's against God. Is I don't understand what was going on in this lady's mind. I really would want, because she transitioned from a woman to a man. So going back to that school, was it as effect of the teaching she got from the school that messed her system up? What? I don't know. But they are still investigating on that to find, because they said she actually had planned to hit not just one school. She even put a plan, a where to visit after this particular place. You go there, you do the same thing, you do, so you can see that this person's mind is already messed up. Is already messed up. So I'm asking this question. Having a police officer in front of the school, is that the best solution? That particular state that this thing happened to yesterday, they passed a law yesterday saying that every school should have a guardian that can carry a trained guardian for the school that can act as a defender, somebody that will protect them, somebody that will be well equipped to protect them in case if this kind of a thing, the person will start fighting immediately before the police people get there. And that particular trained guide will be paid $500. I say $500. I won't go kill myself. I'm not gonna go buy myself because I won't defend on for $500. This life is sweet. So if life's sweet like this, so you can understand the pain the parents of these little kids are going through right now. Their lives as family, siblings, mothers, fathers, grandparents, aunties, and uncles, their lives after this event have changed completely. It can never be the same. We don't feel the pain until it hits close home. Then you understand how painful it is. If it's happening in Texas, they say, oh, my state is still safe. No, no state is immune to this kind of situation. So everybody should be concerned. I was like, oh my God, would there be any end to this our problem? Would there be any end to this problem? If he's not in the school, Vivian was asking why always school. If he's not in the school, he's in the shopping mall. Tell me, you went to shopping mall to go and buy something. Somebody will come there and open, push on everybody. The point, they should be finding some solutions to this, permanent solution to this. If you start having a trained guidance in school, how about Walmart? How about shopping malls? Are you going to, how many people are you going to station in shopping? Walmart is a huge place. Huge. If you put over 1,000 people in Walmart at the same time, you can take it conveniently because their malls are huge. So how many officers will you put to guard? And I don't know if you guys are getting what I'm getting. So to me, they should be looking for permanent solution that will cross across whether schools, communities, shopping malls, and every other thing. How to make America safe. Because as far as these things keep going on, you don't know where it's going to be next. But God protect our children. Let me read some comments here. Thank you guys for being here. Vivian Mami Fetch is asking you, did you notice she's not a reactor? That she reacted to one on her video. Mami Fetch, I saw that your video this morning. I wouldn't even call that a reactor. I thought you were just passing the words of wisdom for anybody that cares to listen. Honestly, you were just passing words of wisdom. You were. Where is it always common in use? Anyone that is annoyed will face the school. It's not just the school. It happens in the malls. Seen the one that happened in Texas. Somebody drove to a particular mall. That mall area is actually covering a particular kind of community. Communities that colored people, where they live. Majority of the people living there are colored people. Went to their shopping mall at Walmart and just started spreading across the place. We've seen the one that happened in New York. That was an African American kind of store, and then most of the victims there were African American. So there is no place that you say, yeah, no, it's not gonna get to me. My kids are in private school, so for that reason, I worry less. Okay, what happened yesterday? Private school, a Christian covenant school. What happened? We should start thinking differently on how to find a permanent solution to this problem. Because if nothing is done now, it's going to continue. Now is every 3 days, every 4 days, you're hearing that happening from one school to the other, shop to the other, churches to the other, clubs to the other. Is happening every day. Imagine over 100 shooting has been reported this year, and we are just in the month of March. So what will now happen by the time we get to August, September? That means we'll be looking at 500 or 1,000. I mean, we are talking about human lives here. We're talking about human beings. We should be able to be careful and also be each other's what is it? Be good neighbors. If you notice something is not right with somebody, maybe you should call authority. Because this lady, they can't tell me that nobody interacts with her. They can't tell me that this person doesn't have anybody that she talks with. They can't tell me nobody visits her. At least they would have noticed if something was off with this person, and then to refer the person to the doctors. Because most of these people doing this, their head is cuckoo. Honestly, this is so sad. They always go where there are many people, but why the innocent children? That is the biggest challenge I'm having. Why the innocent kids? Imagine you send your kids out of your home in the mornings with beautiful prayers, looking unto God to bring them home. Then they will call the person with the bad news. You start running helter skelter, running to school to know if your kid was affected or not. I was watching one of the news yesterday. A reporter was reporting, that was the one that happened on the 24th, 4 days ago in Texas. So she was reporting the incident that happened. And then the school children were already being asked to leave. They were bringing them out from the school. The police were, helping and all of that. So the moment she cited her own son, she forgot the fact that she was doing her reporting. Just say, please, producers, give me 1 minute. I need to hug my son. Because he made it alive. Somebody died in that particular school, Lamar High School in Texas. So you can understand, it's now beginning to be almost every day something is happening. Type in today about it, you see stories. When is it going to end? How can we make our schools safe for our little kids? People that cannot even defend themselves, they are too little. What does a 5-year-old know? A 6-year-old? They barely can even write their names well. Now we are forcing them to know the things that they're supposed to know when they are full adults. Teaching them how to dodge, how to hide under the chair, how to take cover. That's what we are. This is not acting scene. This is reality. We are not acting drama. Reality, our reality. When will it end? Is there any hope in sight? Any permanent solution to this problem? Our lawmakers, you guys should start working seriously on how to end this. The issue of my party is disagreeing, my party is agreeing should not be the bone of contention here. We are talking about our children, our kids. We can't just sit down, do nothing when these kids keep on going like that. Vivian, I think they should work on the rate of that weapon. Oh, God protect you all. Thank you so much, Vivian. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Niger daughter. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Getting it right, Olivia. Thank you for being here. I appreciate. I watch American news more than my country here. The crime in US is too much. Sometimes it happens in people's front of their houses, sometimes coming out of cars, school, shop, gas station. Vivian, I tell you, I tell you, it still boils down because there are so relaxed laws we have. That is just the laws here to carry those things are so relaxed because, excuse me, some people said you cannot take their constitutional right away. We are not asking anybody to take their constitutional right away, but we are just asking for comprehensive evaluation so that we can be able to know who is buying these, in whose arms these things are going to. Are they the arms of those that are healthy or those that their brain and head is already cuckoo? We need to know all of this. They should be able to do those evaluations to determine who is purchasing these things that they are selling. Are they going to listen to me? I doubt. A lot of people have been talking. I remember when it happened to a house member when she was even gone down. She recovered. Eventually, it took how many years before she recovered? They started championing it. They have done. A lot of people are talking. A lot of people are doing in parents teachers meeting. Those are the concerned parents share. We pray, we hope, and at the same time, what are the states doing? That is just it. I don't know if this is going to ever end, but I am praying that one day I will come here on my live stream and say, we now have a very comprehensive law that will be able to monitor who buys these kind of things and who use them. I pray seriously. So, guys, thank you guys for joining me. Please, if you're coming in here for the first time, don't forget to like this live stream for me. And don't forget to leave me your comments in the comment section. I'm talking about schools in America, how safe are our schools. I'm talking about if there is any hope in sight, permanent solution to our problem. Yesterday, a elementary school in Tennessee, Mississippi, had a very sad event that took the lives of 6 people in the course of that incident. 6 people were sent to meet their maker, 3 young kids of 9 years old and 3 adults, including the school principal. And it happened that the person that did that offense, or the person that did that act, was a student from that school. That was where she did her elementary school. That was where she graduated from. So you can understand the pain. I have a 9-year-old in my home, and I know how young and innocent their hearts are, how beautiful their spirit and their souls are. All they know is nothing, if I'll put it that way. For me to have this conversation all the time with my kids, it doesn't give me joy, because the last time I checked, the age to go for war to represent the country is 18. Okay, and not age 5, not 6, not 7. That I'll be doing this kind of education with my kids each time I hear news like this. This is what is going on in the society. You have to be conscious of your environment. You have to be careful. You have to work in group with your classmates. You have to do this. You have to do that. And you know how to dodge under the table, how to run, how to. Those are not the conversations that gives any parent joy to teach your child. It's not. But we are forced to have those conversations. We are forced to have them. Thank you so much, Jasmine. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm talking about the incident that happened at Tennessee, Mississippi yesterday. That that incident on the news. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm asking the question: are schools in America, how safe are they? Is there any permanent solution to our problems? So if you have anything you can add to the conversation, don't hesitate to write, and I'll be reading all of them here. So I'm here as a concerned mother, and I'm here as a concerned parent. And my heart and prayer goes out to the people in Nashville, Mississippi. My prayers, my thoughts goes out to every member of them, every one of them and all their family members. The 6 people that were sent to heaven yesterday, their family members, up until grandparents and aunties and uncles, their lives will never be the same again, because they will always, always remember that incident. They will always, always refer to it. If their daughter's name is Jazz, Lizzie, they are going to say, oh, if not for this, if not for that, Lizzie would have been here with them. We're going to remember that child for the rest of their lives. So it is a big adjustment for them. It is a big time for concern and prayers. It is a time for you to pray for those people alongside with all of us here, joining our faith in prayers with them, that God will comfort everyone that is hurting at this particular time. All right, Jasmine said, my 10-year-old grandson is a lovely young boy, and I cannot even begin to imagine him in a situation like this. Children should never leave home and not return. School should be a safe place, not a place of mass push. I'm so heartbroken. I know. You said it all in just one paragraph. You said it all. It should be a place of safety. My kids, after the holidays, they just finished midterm break, and then returned back to school yesterday for the first time after 1 week. They were so excited to meet their classmates, to go to the playground to play, and the weather is exceptionally good now. It's warming up so greatly, so they can afford to play outside and do all the fun stuff. But that is not what we are worried now. We are worried that would they make it back home? We are worried that nobody should come to their school to intrude. That's the concern that parents are now worried about. You send your child to school, you're not sure if the child is going to make it home. You go to the mall to buy something, you're not sure if you're going to pay for the things you actually came to buy, or how they are going to call somebody that will go and drive your car back home. It is concerning that the country should do better. The lawmakers should do better. Even if they try to plant police officers at schools, how about malls? Are they going to start planting police officers at malls? They should be able to make a permanent decision, permanent solution to this problem. We can't overemphasize how this is affecting us. For my daughter to come back home yesterday and say, yeah, mommy, they told us that in school yesterday about what happened to the little kids in their school. It is very concerning. A 9-year-old should be thinking about how to play, how to do well in math, how to do well in her reading and her science, and not to start thinking of how to learn how to dodge a bullet. We should be concerned, and our lawmakers should do something. They should do something meaningful to bring a permanent solution to this problem. I don't know how else I'm going to say this, but I'm here as a concerned parent because I have a 9-year-old. I feel the pain. I know what it is to be in a panic mode. I just experienced a student. This one was not even an intruder. It was a student in my kids' school last year, end of last year, that dropped a particular threat note. They had to call all parents. We were all called. Come and see the way the school phone numbers, we are sending messages here and there, calling every parent that this is what is going on in the school. The police is already handling it. FBI, this, that, immediately. Police, FBI, state security, everybody. Then they said nobody should come now. We should hold on, let everything be under control. Then you can come and get your kid. You can understand the panic. And I had to drive 12 minutes to my kids' school. I was like, oh my God, I hope they are safe. That's how you just be worrying. Then talk more of those that they can't even hold their little ones in their arms again. They can't even call their names and they will answer them. Yes, mommy, I'm hiding in my closet. No, think about it. Because sometimes it's better we practicalize this thing to be able to fit into that person's shoes. It's enough to say you sympathize with them, but you need to empathize with them to be able to understand. Imagine your 9-year-old that will come, mommy, mommy, come and find me. Mommy, I'm in my room. When you get to her room, you can find her, only for you to realize that she's doing hide and seek with you. Those parents, they can't have those moments anymore. What they are left with is nothing but tears and sorrow. What they are left with is nothing but the little memories they were able to capture in their 9 years of lives. 3 of them sent to their maker of no fault of theirs. The only fault they had was that they went to school. That was the only thing those children did, was to go to school. So tell me, is there any hope in sight for a permanent solution to this problem? Because that's what we really, at this point, that's what we need. We need to, yeah, there is serious law now passed for a comprehensive check. Before you can even get this kind of weapon, you have to pass stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I look forward to the day that will happen. I seriously look forward to. As a little girl, the only thing that we were afraid about was the black hat man. Don't know who or what he was. We never had to think about this kind of things. I saw a live picture this morning of the little girl standing at the window on the upper level. The anguish in her little face made me cry. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I don't even, sometimes I try to walk back those things and imagine them. When I looked at that picture you referred now to, Jasmine, when I looked at it, I said, imagine if that were to be my child. That child will not sleep alone for a long time. We always want to be around somebody, her mother, her father. That might make the child to start thinking of regressing, because the child is gripped with fear. Is that what we want for our children? Is that what we want for our children? Is that truly what we want for our children? No child should be allowed to go through that moment that will change his or her life for the rest of her living. Especially when she remembers that this person used to be my classmate, but she's no longer here, or he's no longer here because she was, deleted when that Mr. Monster or Miss Monster came to our school. No child should go through that. That's my take for today. And no parent should go through that. Our prayers is that we raise our children, watch them grow, and they watch us grow old. It's not the other way around. We burying our children. They're supposed to put us to the grave, right? Not we burying them in young ages. No. That's not the prayer or wish of any parent. As we send our kids to school, we commit them into the hands of God and ask God to please bring them back home to us. I believe when they gathered this morning, yesterday at that school, the first thing they did was to thank God for a beautiful return back to school after midterm break. Definitely they prayed God, because I remember when my kid was in Catholic school, they used to say prayers in school. They must have prayed, thanking God for another trimester, thanking God for bringing all my friends back in one piece. We thank you for our day today. May our day be beautiful. They prayed. God has given us every wisdom to do what is right and just before our fellow citizens. It's now in the hands of our lawmakers to agree on something concrete that will bring an end to this problem. Temporary fix cannot work in a long haul. We need something concrete, something permanent that will solve this problem. All right, guys, I want to thank all of you immensely for joining me today. As our hearts are heavy at this particular period, and our prayers, our thoughts are with the families and members of the Covenant School in Nashville, Mississippi. Our prayers are with them and our thoughts are with them. And we pray that no mother, no father should go through this. No child should go through this, as a matter of fact. As we commit our kids going out for schools, we pray they return back to us in the same faith, in the same health, and not the one they will call us to go to hospitals and meet them. It's not our prayers. I want to thank all of you once again. I'll be running on today because this is a very emotional one for me. And yeah, I can't wait until it happened to me before I learn my voice. I have a 9-year-old and I feel the pain because I'm a mother. I can't begin to imagine what the families are going through. I can't begin to imagine that. I can't begin to process it because I haven't lost a child. I can't process it. I can't imagine that. But I can only understand because I have a 9-year-old. Imagine, I don't want to imagine, but may God comfort them. May God help them. May God soothe every pain and wipe every tear. May God bring that comfort that will be so soothing that the memories of their little ones and the memory of everybody that this affected yesterday, the principal and the school staff, may God comfort every member of their families, every one of them. Give them more of good memories than the bad one. And to our state lawmakers, this is the time to unite, to do what is needed. This is the time. This is not the time for party lines. This is the time. Enough is enough already. Just this year, over 100 shootings. Just this year. This is the 3rd month of the year. We don't want to hear more. We are tired. Do the needful. Let there be something concrete that will bring a permanent solution to this problem. All right. Exactly, the fear on that little girl's face gave me shivers. Yeah, of course. I just pray that she will heal. The solution, Oyoyo, is gun control. They talk about arming teachers. That is not the answer. I don't know if schools in America have removed prayers. The providence in which I live prayers are removed from schools, something that I hope will come back. Yeah, they don't pray anymore in schools. Yeah, they don't pray anymore unless if it's a private school, then they pray in private schools. Yeah, they pray in private schools, but not in public schools. So, I mean, the teachers is to me is not a solution to that, and that is the law they passed yesterday in the state of Mississippi, that they are going to have a trained guardian that will be carry those things and stand there to defend the school and the teachers and the students. To me, that is not a good policy at all. The best or permanent policy to this kind of is to gun control. They should be able to determine who buys who and who has the access, or who they should be able to track these things. If you really ask me, they should place a tracker, just like our phones. Our phones have tracker. If you're releasing this particular weapon to somebody, there should be a tracker to know who has it, who bought it. There should be proper check and balances in this thing, comprehensive check and evaluation. It's not somebody whose head is already doing cuckoo that you are allowed to buy those things. No. There should be adequate control. That is the permanent solution to this. Control. This is our elementary schools, our high schools and middle schools are not the battlefield. They are not the battlefield. But now it's being turned like a battlefield. That parents will be worrying, crying, wailing, kids are leaving, students are affected, teachers are affected. It's enough already. A word they say is what is enough for the wise. Let our lawmakers come together and have one voice and pass a very comprehensive law that will put an end to this problem. How does your 9-year-old feel about what happened? Was she able to talk about it? I know that some parents chose not to tell their kids about. Yeah, they talk about it in their school. So she came, the moment I said, Mama, come, I have something to discuss with you guys. She said, is it about what happened that they said that they told them at school? It's elementary school. They are beginning to be aware. So I was like, and I said, I talk to them about these things now. It's not when you see a stranger in school that you don't know, you stand looking at the person. You have to go under, you have to hide because you don't know if the person is carrying or not. Those are the teachings we are giving now. It's unfortunate that my little kids have to be introduced to the world in this way. It's unfortunate. Host, my network has been upping up, but I'm here fully with my questions. All right, Treasures G's, what are your questions? I'll be running up in the next a minute or two. So what are your questions? Treasures G's, you said you have questions for me. What are your questions? Please let me know. Let me see how I can answer them. Thank you guys immensely for joining me today. I really appreciate all of you. And while I wait for a question from one of my beautiful ladies here, I want to say a little prayer for the families of those that are hurting, that God in his wisdom and in his mercy will comfort them, that they will have more beautiful memories to remember about their loved ones than this painful one, that God will help them heal, console them on every side. And I pray for all our children at school for protection. I pray for all our kids at school that God will protect them, cover their schools, their buildings, their teachers with the blood of Jesus. All right, Treasure G's, I don't know if you're still here. I'm just trying to hang in there for you. All right, I want to thank all of you for coming. Thank you, Jasmine, for the contribution. I appreciate. Nadia Doctor, thank you so much. Mami Fechi, thank you. Oga Pretty, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate all of you. All right, Jasmine wrote something else here. She said, the other thing is the shooter was a past student of the school. She must have had a vendetta against someone or something. This is where mental health comes into play. People who need serious help are being left in the society to create havoc. Yes, the police chief that was interviewed about this yesterday said yes, that they are beginning to narrow it down to those kind of scenario. She went to a Christian school. Now she's a transgender. So that they don't know for sure because they are yet to determine whether her transitioning has anything to do with the school. And Christian schools in America, they will tell you that gay is not right, that this is not right, this is not right, it's not the way God has destined his children to behave. So we don't know what happened in school, but it's obvious for her to go back to her own school, her former school, to commit this kind of thing means that there is something deep down that did not go well with her, that affected her own life, that she did not like, that she went back there to rant. That is, from my layman's understanding, that's what I can make out of it. But the story is still developing, so hopefully there'll be more news to add to what has already been given on the news. NBC reported yesterday, in fact, all the news network reported yesterday that there is possibility to that. So we are yet to hear their own full investigation, what they thought that might happen and all of that. So this morning I haven't gone to the news to hear about it. All I was getting was from the internet, reading on their website, the media house's website. So Treasury said, why are the guns not being controlled by the government? Why do they always sell to just ordinary people with mental health check? I thought US have rules and regulations that they should do better. All right, so they have a gun control law. No, they have law relating to gun, but it's very relaxed. As an adult, I can go now and get one for myself because the Constitution allows you to bear arms. Okay, that is enshrined in their Constitution. They have one of the amendments that said you have the right to bear arms. But the thing that the people are asking after this whole mass shooting started many years ago is being like they want a comprehensive gun control. When Obama was president, he was asking for comprehensive gun a check before you buy a gun, but that did not pass. The political parties they have in the US are Democrats and Republicans. Republicans of the opinion that is their constitutional right, and they are the evangelicals, if you put it that way. The so-called evangelicals is their constitutional right to carry, and you can't tell them that they should not carry. Then the Democrats are of the opinion there should be serious gun control. So it's like a battle between political parties, but I need them to understand that we are talking about our children here. They should leave their differences aside and come together as a parliament, as senators, to be able to decide on what is going to affect everybody, not just their political party because they want to remain in office. They don't have a serious gun control law in the US. Anybody can buy, even those heavy ones, like the lady that did the thing yesterday in school, the ones she had are the ones they use in war fronts, not the ones you can use to be walking around the street. But you see individuals carry them because they feel it's their constitutional right to carry. So the government and the Democrats are asking for a very more safety gun rules, whereby you go through proper evaluation to determine, even mental evaluation, before you could buy one or own one. It's okay, host. I've been typing, but you can't see them. I will talk to you about it. All right. Apart from the recent case, most of these people at task schools, are they against education? No, 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 no. They're not against education. They're not. It's just let me put it, one of the ones that happened in Texas last year? Yeah. The boy said while he was in school, he was bullied because his parents were poor. He did not wear good clothes to school. So he was bullied by his schoolmates and all of that. And that anger, he bottled it up and he went back to school to fight the school and then, deal with the students that bullied him. Which I believe the students that bullied him are no longer in the school at the time he went back to that school. But his head is already cocoa somewhere, because you can't tell me that you're going back to fight those that moved on. Maybe they're already in high school or middle school, but what happened in your elementary school is still stuck in your head, and you want to go there to finish what is working on your head. So it's a serious mental health issues that people are going through. And sincerely, if they have a comprehensive check before you buy that, they'll be able to determine if you are qualified to own one or not because of your mental state. And whereby you're not qualified to own one, they can't be able to sell one to you. But the people lobbying for it are the makers, those people that make the push, 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 that are the ones lobbying for, sponsoring all of them and all of that. So it's very difficult when you have so much people with so much money trying to make sure that this thing is not discouraged, so they can continue to make their sales. That is another way to look at it. So, guys, I want to thank all of you guys so immensely for joining me today. It's a very emotional topic for me to discuss, and a very sensitive one. But I was seriously affected because of the fact that I have a 9-year-old in my home who, tried to ask me, "Mommy, why are they always doing that in schools?" 2 months ago was a little boy of 7 years old. Yeah, that brought his father's wish to school and shot his teacher, and the teacher was rushed to the hospital. However, she survived. So you can understand what is going on. Almost those people that are saying they don't want the gun control done, they all have it, they use it. I don't know if there is any serious thing that it makes them feel. I don't know if it makes them feel so special. But the thing is, our kids have been affected because those things pass hands to the wrong people. Okay, they pass hand to the wrong people. By the time they finish this investigation, it might be that this lady got this weapon from somebody else, or maybe he took the one from his family member and all of that. So they should be able to have serious control. Government should have serious control in place so that before you can acquire one, you'll be evaluated to be healthy, to be fit to carry one. And that's the way I say it, honestly. That's the way I say it. I don't want to say that there is nothing we can do. There is so many things we can do. And another thing I'm proposing here is bulletproof school doors. Okay, if they have bulletproof doors, it's going to cost a lot of money, I know. But if they don't want to have the gun safety, they should be able to allocate funds to schools and then be able to do that, equip the schools with bulletproof doors. Because what happened in that yesterday could have been prevented, assuming that door was a bulletproof. He couldn't have shattered the door. On making those attempts to come in, they could have called the police to round that person up or not. But it is what it is, and it's happening almost every now and then, and it is a very, very sad story. No mother should bid goodbye to school for a child and not tell the child, welcome back, how was school today? No parent should go through that. No father should go through that. No mother should go through that. Is your prayer to, like, when you wake up, you get your kids ready for school, you dress them up, you bid them farewell, have a good day at school. And it is also a good Thanksgiving when they return. How was your school? Was it fun today? I hope you learned something. Not for the school authority to call you that your child's school has been attacked. So you need to rush down to school to identify if your child is still alive or if you need to go to the hospital to check. It's not something any parent should go through. And as a mother, I don't wish that even to any enemy. It's not what you wish to your enemy. So I'm calling on our lawmakers to do the needful, to be better. Forget party lines. Forget the manufacturers and their lobbies. Come together to implement an act that will be a lasting solution to this for the safety and sake of our children, for their sake. If only we could get into the heads of individuals who commit these crimes, who we will never understand why people go back to the place where they feel that they were rejected. They will go back to take revenge. These little children had nothing to do with her being rejected. Thanks for continuing to address the things that are important to our society. You have a plus on the things that truly matter and need to be addressed. Thank you so much, Jasmine. I really appreciate this. Thank you immensely. Thank you so much. Yeah, the thing is that we can't be able to know who is sane and who is not. It's not something you look at someone, you diagnose the person immediately and write reports. But the thing is that those people that are claiming they have problems, mental problems, they have family members, they have neighbors, they go to stores, people get to meet them one-on-one. They might even belong to churches. People get to meet them one-on-one. Is it that nobody is noticing that something is going wrong with this person, or even to provide counseling to that person, or even ask the questions, or even report to authority? When you see your child not behaving right, report to your authority. Let the person be on a watch list so that we can help curtail these problems. It's no longer one in a million. It's now every now and then. It can happen the moment I'm done with this live stream. You can't guarantee anything. You can't. And there is no school that is immune from this kind of problem. So don't say because my kids are in private school, it's not going to affect them. Look at what happened yesterday. It was a private Christian school. No place is safe. If you're there, say a little prayer to those family hurting. I remember when it happened in a supermarket in New York, my heart bled. I remember the one that happened in Texas. I couldn't just, that was very, very emotional. The videos were tearing people's souls apart. When you put yourself in their parents' position, you'll be able to feel what they are going through at the point. They can never have their babies back. And these little kids, the only thing they did was to go to school. That was the only offense they committed. They went to school. Just like my kids went to school. Your kids, I believe, went to school. That was the only thing. And the adults that were affected, the only problem was they decided to be teachers or to be assistants to work in the school district. The principal of the school was also sent to Jamaica yesterday. Nobody should go through this. No citizen has the right to take the life of another. No citizen. You don't have the right to take the life of another. If you can't create a human being, don't take it. Don't. And our lawmakers, don't just start and stand and watch and speak grammar and go back home and feel as if nothing is going on. It's too much already. It's too much. Do something for the sake of the children. Forget party lines. Do something. All right, guys. Thank you guys for your contributions today. Thank you guys for your presence. Thank you for staying the time with me. Thank you for doing this live stream with me. I truly value all of you. I truly appreciate all of you. And until I see you guys in my next live stream, I might be having another live stream in the next 30 minutes, but I need to take off right now because my emotions are so high. So until I see you in my next live stream, be well. Say prayers to your children when they are leaving. Tell them you love them. Please hug them. Love them. Please. We live in difficult times. Indeed, we do. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know because you don't know who is well and who is sick. You can't determine that. But let's be each other's neighbor. Let's watch out for our children. Let's watch out for other people's children. At the same time, if you notice anything going wrong with anybody's child, maybe you should call authority or provide counseling. Maybe their church or something, And to our lawmakers, do better. Do better. Period. There is nothing else anybody will say. Do better. All right. Bye, guys.